What's up, traders? It's your girl Kaya Trades, and y'all, this market looks tradable, but it's not. I was looking at a setup today and it was so beautiful, but it would have failed to hit my stop loss. I learned a lesson today, so I want to share that with you guys. Let's go ahead and hit the charts. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in just a second. All right, guys, so I was looking for buys today. We're going to go ahead and use the replay button. As you guys can see, market just sold off. But there's a specific lesson that I learned today that I wanted to share with you guys. So let's just start off right at the beginning of the day. 9:30 was around this time. And we're going to start with what I do every single day when I come to the charts, and that's find my higher time frame trend. So let's go to the 1 hour. I just kind of like got it wrong also on the daily. So we'll actually start with the daily. On the daily time frame, as I did yesterday, I didn't do the same thing I did yesterday because price looked almost exactly like this. And in my mind, it's a bullish candle. We haven't came down and broken this low, so we could be starting to reverse. But like I did yesterday, which I didn't do today again, which was price made a high and a low. Yesterday, price made a lower high and a lower low, and today price made a lower low and a lower high. So right there is probably where I kind of went wrong too, but it's all right. That's why I'm taking this time to really like gain confidence back in my strategy and just really sit on my hands if there's nothing for me to trade. So if I'm wrong, I need to fix that and get in alignment with the higher time frame trend, or I just need to learn the lesson but be okay with no trading if I don't need to take a trade. So let's go on down to the 1 hour. We're going to delete these right quick. We'll leave that liquidity down there at the bottom because, again, I was only bullish biased because we never broke that low. But a lot can happen in a day, so let's just go off it. As we can see, market has just been selling, 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 selling. But we got this major break of structure right here, so I was anticipating price to kind of hold that, and it just really didn't, and that's okay. We have our market open here around 9:30. But I want you guys to notice what I saw when I came to the markets. I noticed that we on the 1 hour, we had a zone here. So I marked out this 1 hour zone, and I definitely was expecting price to react from it. But guys, it was so strong. Like price just, this bullish candle just got completely filled back in. Price came down to this level, but we're not there yet. So let's just go with my ideas and what I saw in order to continue. So what I initially saw was price came down, swept this low. This low became liquidity because it was only a wick that passed through it. You guys know I'm kind of getting away from just a wick as a break of structure and more of it being just liquidity. So price came, took liquidity, kind of came up here, took liquidity again, pulled back, but we were not able to break this low right here. So we had a low, and then price came up, made a higher high, and then made a higher low. So I was pretty confident in the buys by this point. So I definitely put in a buy right here. Let's go ahead and put 1 hour bullish. My bias was bullish, but we were about to interact with a 1 hour supply. Okay, so I wasn't oblivious to the zone, but it just, I was really into the other zone, and that's just on the 5 minute. So my lesson becomes the higher time frame is always going to trump the lower time frame. So let's go down to the 5 minute and see what I saw. All right, as you guys can see, exactly what I just told you. We had a break of structure here. Overnight, London was just dumping. New York looked like it wanted to just kind of push. We started moving up just a little bit, and then New York gave us kind of like a push. But I was confident in both of these breaks of structures, as well as these highs being a little bit higher, these lows down here, excuse me, being a little bit higher. So then I wrote out a demand zone here. And in my journal, I had 3 possibilities that I would look for a trade if these things happen, which was if price reacted from the zone, came back to a demand, held the demand, and then pushed higher. And then the second thing I was looking for, if price was going to break this supply zone and give me a new demand zone, or if price was just going to react from the 1 hour and just see what it wanted to do there. So we're going to go through that and see what price did. Our open was around here, our 9:30 open. I think this is just a tad bit bigger. All right, so as you can see, price kind of came to a halt in this 1 hour supply. My 5 minute is bullish right now. And this is kind of where I went wrong again. So on my 5 minute, price, yes, was moving higher, and then we came to a stop. And we're about to see that this high never got broken to continue the trend. So I still had a bullish bias, and my 5 minute and 1 hour were in alignment in my mind, but they weren't actually in alignment on the charts. So we're going to go ahead and get right here. As we can see, price made a high, never came back above. So now this is the consolidation. I was looking at this as consolidation, but I can obviously see that a new high was not created. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but it happens. Sometimes you just get it wrong, and that's okay. I considered this break of candle at 8:35, so I would have written that down at 8:35 in the morning. I want to see if we can come down and get a tap of my zone. All right, we broke out of that consolidation to the downside. This is bearish price action on the 5 minute, so I should have just been like, nah, they're not in alignment. So let's just see if it'll come back down to my zone. Because again, this is what I was thinking. And guys, just like yesterday, price is coming down aggressive to my zone. It's less likely to play out when it's aggressive to my zone. I still probably would have taken this risk though. I'm not even gonna lie to you, just because I was still kind of focused on the buys, but it's neither here nor there. The lesson again is the higher time frame trumps the lower time frame. This is a 5 minute demand. This is a 1 hour supply. So the 1 hour should be stronger than the other one. So let's see what happens. We get to the zone. Now, let's zoom in just a bit so I can show you guys what I should have done. Also, if I wanted to still catch the buys, that would have ended up in a successful trade. And that is coming to this zone aggressively. Now, if I would have saw that there was price rejecting, which I did see in the moment, which is why I also would have taken like the breakup candle. I saw the price as soon as it got to the zone, it started to reject the zone. It came down a little bit more and then rejected it fully, potentially getting in an aggressive trade, risking about 18 points. If I go to my 1-to-1 when I risk aggressively, or even my 1-to-2, there's my 1-to-1 right here, guys, it would have been great. 18 points, not a lot of points, but an easy, quick scalp. And then let's see the 1-to-2. 1-to-2 is right here. Okay, even better. I don't know if it quite hit a 1-to-3. 1-to-3 is right there, but I think the next candle broke above it because I would have tagged myself into the trade when it broke above, but then it went straight to stop loss, guys. So the only trade that would have been right here would have been the aggressive entry for the buys. But guys, price was clearly trying to move down still, and I was just really focused on the buys. So again, always a lesson in an L. I'm not mad at myself, but I'm also proud of myself that I was able to still sit on my hands, even though it was a good setup and I really wanted to take it. You guys, these markets seem like they're tradable right now, but August is it's just so weird, at least for me. Let me know if it's weird for you. It's just been weird for me. So I've just committed to this challenge, and I'm going to sit on my hands and thug this thing through so I can learn the lessons that I need to know now in order to prepare for the next season and the next quarter. I hear Q4 is amazing fire price action, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to executing with precision as well as just being more consistent. Remember, I'm always trying to follow the trend. I need to follow current price action. My higher time frame zone is stronger than my lower time frame zone, and my higher time frame zone and lower time frame zone need to be in alignment. So if they're not, I also should not take a trade. Also, guys, something that I'm going to make like very strict on my rules now is look at this. If I would have entered at the break of candle, my stop loss would have been 70-ish points. That's a lot of points. I can't trade the regular NASDAQ 70 points. It's not going to work out. So the goal is for me to also just hold off if the trade is more than 50 points. If it's like 41 points, okay, cool. I might jump into it, but you guys, more than 50 points, I don't even want to be a part of it no more. We did get that type of zone that happened at 9:40. I was okay around the time that this was happening. And remember, I was expecting price to also react from my 5-minute demand. Yes, at 9:40, price did react. And then, of course, we got the breakup candle to enter, which was total fake out. But that happened at 9:45. Awesome. So I've just been tracking this, and I'm just going to keep on going until the end of August. I'm going to be back on my live account and start a 50K challenge. If you want to start that challenge with me at the top of September, go ahead and click that link in the description, and I will see you soon. We have homework, we have Q&As, we have live back testing that you don't want to miss out on before August. So make sure you click that link in the description, and I want to see you tonight. Tonight at 8 p.m. we have live Q&A. It's something you don't want to miss. You want to learn and grow as a trader, and I'm here to help you take your trading to the next level. Hope to see you guys in the next video. I will see you tomorrow.